So I do a lot of work around technology, like from literally programming to designing, architecting different solutions. And very often we see technology as this like external, magical item that's going to come and save us. And I prompt in the work that I do is in terms of how can we reduce waste? And that's waste of effort, of time, of finance, of materials, and energy. And so very recently, I was on a session where we were sort of feedbacking the future of where that particular software was going. And some of my questions were around how can we consciously design for our products, including all the software and digital solutions entangled with it, to be energy efficient and energy effectiveness, because we can do something a lot very efficiently, but actually is it moving the needle where we want it to go? Truth is that there is a very big feedback delay between the efforts that we may be doing and how the repercussions that it may have into the atmosphere. So we need to really reduce that feedback delay and make it conscious in the way that we design our products. If we think about the internet consumes the same amount of electricity than the UK, and that's the internet alone. Right? How about data storage and which sort of type of energy as well is burned through your whole value chain? So sort of linger in my mind after the fact that, yes, perhaps a product or a software vendor may be net zero or carbon neutral and all this sort of tags to it, but how does he accomplish doing so? Right? Because at the end of the day, carbon credits can be misleading. Carbon credits may have its place as a temporary short-term patch measure. Carbon credits is not the way to go. You can't, some of the conversations I have in terms of going to market with new organizations, oh yeah, we're going to be net zero, but how are you going to achieve that? Oh, we'll just offset our footprint. Well, that's not good enough. That's not good enough because you can't plant ice. Can you plant coral reefs? And in terms of feedback delay, if you plant trees, a tree is going to take 20 to 30 years to do some sort of like carbon capture. And we have bigger problems than just carbon alone. So the question we should be asking ourselves, and very tied to circular economy, is like, how can we keep our products and materials in use as long as possible? Having these questions is going to help you to think about which products and which materials and which energy are we using to produce this. How can we reduce waste and pollution in our operations? And that's also a strategy and everything else. Waste of time, of effort, of materials, of energy, finances. Yeah. Don't forget about natural and social capital. Matters. And how can we regenerate our natural systems? Just continuing in the path that we are is not good enough, right? Sustainability as a word in itself is not going to help us to be where we need to go. We need to go beyond mission zero. Whatever the work that you do today, how can you reduce consumption? How can you tangibly measure your footprint, and how are you designing, and how are you improving, and how are you enhancing, and how are you infusing your feedback so that you know, in a sense, if you should be persevering with your efforts or you should pivot to tangibly reduce consumption. Unless we tackle the consumption, it's just not going to get us at the pace that we need, where we need to get to. One of the remarks from last COP was about tangible policies that looks at reduction of consumption. Again, offsets may have its place in a very short term. We all breathe the same air. Offset, that's your spaces, your physical structures, your materials, the energy that you consume. How can we generate abundance? So this is the food for thought for today. Let me know your thoughts, put comments down below. Thank you very soon. It's really up to us.